So we'll kind of start with the reason that we're here, a chance to try and beat Liverpool again at Goodison Park. Well, what's that like, and what's the mood like around the camp going into it?
Yeah, obviously buzzing to be playing at Goodison. You know, it's going to be a special occasion. But you know, being at a derby, they're always the games that you look out for when the fixtures are released. And yeah, it's one of those games. You know, form goes out the window, league table goes out the window. We know it'll be a feisty encounter. But yeah, all the girls are buzzing. Really looking forward to it. Really looking forward to playing at Goodison. For me personally, it'll be my third time. But for a lot of the girls, it'll be their first time playing at such a historic stadium and one of the best grounds in the country. So yeah, all really looking forward to it.
What are your memories like of that day at Anfield?
Yeah, obviously fantastic. We got the win, and you know, great for Lucy to score and get us that win. I think probably looking at the performance, we probably didn't perform as well as we have done other parts of the season. But obviously, most importantly, we got that win, obviously in front of 23,500 people. So yeah, that was a fantastic day. But obviously now looking ahead to Goodison, hoping we can get a repeat, but probably put on a better performance.
I know you started your career here, but you're a child of blue. You didn't, or?
I'm not, no. I don't know if I can say it. I'm actually a United fan.
That's alright. As long as you don't support Liverpool, that's
no,
fine.
Definitely not a Liverpool fan. So yeah, grew up playing for United from about 9 till 14, 15, and then came here when I was like 15. Had a couple of spells away, but you know, 13 years, probably been here overall now, and it's definitely my home. Definitely feels like my home. Yeah, I absolutely love playing for and representing this club. So yeah, it means an awful lot to me. So just again to be playing at Goodison, it's great for me as well.
And what people probably won't know about you, unless they kind of follow the game quite closely, is that spell that you had in Iceland. Does someone just ring you up one day and say, fancy a game in Iceland?
Well, actually, it was when Mo Marley was in charge of the first team here. I was in the reserves, and kind of to bridge that gap, you know, to push on to get me into the first team. An opportunity came up to go on loan for 2 months in Iceland, because it was kind of, I think she wanted to get me ready for the physical side of it. So when that opportunity came up, it kind of all happened so quickly. I think the opportunity came up on the Monday maybe, and by the end of the week I was flying over to Iceland. So yeah, it was a quick decision, but yeah, one that it was difficult for me. I think going over there, obviously trying to learn rules language, it was difficult. And while I was out there, it actually never went dark.
Really? Yeah, for the whole time?
Never went dark. So 2-3 o'clock in the morning.
Just get one of those like sleeping masks.
You needed like a blackout blind, but that was bizarre. But no, it was a great experience for me, kind of to help me when I came back to then push into the first team squad. So yeah, it was a valuable experience for me. Yeah, definitely. What
was it like moving away from your family when you were a little bit younger and just being in another? Not like you can just pop around your mum's, is it?
No, it's not, to be fair. Well, prior to that, 2 years earlier, I actually went to study in America.
Yeah.
When I was 18, so to a university in Pennsylvania. Didn't quite like the school side of it over there, so I only stayed for 4 months for the first semester and stayed home when I came home for Christmas. So I'd already had that experience of moving away, and when I went over to Iceland, I was living with an American girl who helped me settle in as well. So yeah, no, it was good. It's just one of those that you experience, and another thing that helps you develop in your career.
What was the football like over there? Was it a good standard?
Yeah, it was a good standard, because the team I was actually playing for was, I think, in the Champions League that year as well. I didn't actually play in the Champions League or anything, but no, it was difficult. I didn't get a lot of playing time out there, but you know, training with better players, yeah, it really certainly helped me anyway.
Keep in touch with anyone from over there?
No, I don't actually, not really.
It
no.
was dark, yeah.
Yeah, so no, I actually don't. Not really. No. Well, there was an English girl that I knew that was playing for a different team out there, so I know her, but I don't really keep in contact with anyone really, to be honest.
Any plans if we win this derby to have another little go at Gary Lineker on Twitter, or are those days behind you?
Well, I don't know. I was just watching it with my brother, and I thought, hey, I picked it up. I went, did you hear that? So I rewinded it. And I thought, hey, that's not right. So I thought, oh, should I tweet him? Should I not? I was like, I might get some stick for it, but just a bit of banter in it. So he was like, oh, go on. And then Chloe encouraged me to do it. She was like, I'll retweet it. So then I didn't expect it to kind of get to where it got. So it had a good few thousand views and likes. So yeah, no, it was just a little bit of banter in it. But no, he took it light-hearted. He took it in the way it was supposed to be taken. So it got a little bit of a stick on Twitter, but it's just one of them. You take it.
And obviously I was in goal for the penalty shootout there before, something you know quite a lot about. What was that like in the at Durham?
Oh, it was mad because we'd actually not really spoke about who. We didn't have a sub keeper at the time, and we actually hadn't spoke about what outfield player would go in until
You've got
that
the height
warm up.
for it. 6'3", 6'4".
Yeah, so I think, you know, keepers are a bit crazy, aren't they? And I think I've got a little bit of that in me as well. I'm a defender that likes to just block things and get my body in front of everything. So I thought, like, it was actually in the warm up to that game. It was like, oh, Dan can go in. So I was like, yeah, I'm happy to go in. And then obviously Kirsty got injured. She couldn't carry on at half time. So I was in, and then at the moment, I kind of forgot it was an FA Cup tie and thought, oh, this could go to penalties. Didn't even think about it at the time, but we were 2-0 down at half time, and the girls did well to get us back into the game. 2-2, it came 2-2, then extra time. To be fair, I didn't have a lot to do because we were chasing the game, and a lot of the play was down there. Probably like a sweeper keeper, I kept rushing off my line. I think everyone's like, Dan, what are you doing? But I backed my speed for it. But I had to take a couple of crosses, and I think there was one nervy moment right at the end of extra time where there was a shot coming at me, but I managed to gather it. And then obviously into the penalties, I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I can't save a penalty. And then so I don't think the first three I dived, and then our assistant at the time was like, Dan, you're going to need to dive, you know. And Michelle, our captain at the time, missed one, so I was like, oh God. So, but then luckily, I think it was their fourth and fifth pen maybe. I dived the right way for one of them, definitely. I don't think I got a touch, but I definitely had it covered. And then the last one, they blazed over the bar, so I actually didn't have to make a save, but I think my mug must have put them off anyway. So,
did you take one in the shootout yourself? Or?
No, I didn't. No? I think just concentrate on saving them, Dan. Like, no, I've got too much then to think about to try and take one as well. But no, it was buzzing. That day is probably a day I'll never forget because it's just one of those situations. Doesn't happen often, so yeah, I'll never forget that day. And
just to finish then, since obviously Willie's came into the club, what changes has he made, and you know how much you're enjoying working with him, really? Yeah, definitely. I think you can see from the league table where we were 12 to 14 months ago, whatever it was now that he came in, we were at the bottom, and the difference now sitting fifth in the table. You know, he's got us really organised, and then gives us the freedom to play the way we want to play. Like him and Chris give us ideas, but then it's down to us on the pitch to play how we want to play. And so he's come in, done that. Obviously he's recruited excellently, I think, obviously this year, and particularly in January as well now. So I think the sense is that he's really building something here, and that we've got a really competitive squad, that everybody knows that if they don't perform well, someone's ready to take your shirt. So yeah, I think that competitiveness, definitely, and obviously you can see in our performances and our results how much we've improved, and we're kind of really ambitious about where we can go now, and really building something at this club. So yeah, it's really exciting times. With kind of interest growing and the turnout we had at Anfield, what would your kind of message be to any girls who are, you know, 12, 13, 14, and obviously into the footy, but you know, obviously now things present themselves in life? What would your message be to any kind of aspiring footy players? Well, my advice is to just work hard and do what makes you happy. So if you enjoy playing football, carry on. Don't let anybody tell that you can't do it. And you know, I had that in the past, so people telling me I wasn't good enough or whatever, but I've proved them wrong and got to where I am today. So just work hard and just be happy in what you do. But don't let anyone say you can't follow your dreams, because you can, and now you can become a female professional footballer. So yeah, that would be my advice. What was a better feeling, winning at Anfield or saving those pens and getting through the FA Cup? Oh, that's a tough one actually. Completely different situation. Must have been a good feeling to. But you know, winning at Anfield is obviously a great win for us in front of like all our family and friends as well, and you know, the Evertonians that came out to support us that day, you know, really got behind us. So as well, looking forward to the game to Goodison, we just want to get as many Blues there as possible and try and fill that stadium as much as we can, because they really are, it's cliche, but the 12th player on the pitch for us, and they really do spur us on. So yeah, hopefully we can get as many there as we can on Goodison. Yeah. Sweet. Thank you very much.